Oh, Lucille, when it's convenient, would you mind getting me a copy of the house keys, please?
You don't need one.
I'm sorry?
There are parts of the house that are unsafe.
Crimson Peak is a classic Gothic romance, and it's basically the age-old story of a young woman falling in love, traveling to a distant, crumbling residence, and uncovering a secret in her lover's past.
Guillermo del Toro is probably, if not definitely, the primary interpreter of Gothic romance in contemporary cinema. There is something singular and unique about his vision, his fingerprint as an artist, and his ability essentially to make stories that seem to deal with the supernatural, that deal with ghosts, and make them intensely, emotionally real.
In your own best interest, proceed with caution.
There are several conflicting love stories in this film, which is really interesting how it all weaves together and creates a lot of drama and danger for the people that are trying to negotiate and navigate their way through this web of love. Because, you know, there's no greater motivation for murder than love.
She knows who I am and she wants me to leave.
Nonsense, my dear. You're not going anywhere. The ghosts are really beautiful. The same way Pan's Labyrinth, the monsters were so beautiful. They're heart-wrenching, and Guillermo has a story for each of them, the ghosts, and why they look a certain way, and perhaps that's why it's so rich to look at them and just to look into their eyes.
I have to get away from here.
Edith, this is your home now. You have nowhere else to go.
Edith is, you know, she's very strong-willed and a bit of a loner, I guess. She likes to think she's very intellectual and very sure of things. But in a way, I think, unfortunately, like, the more she loses, the more it kind of actually benefits her in a strange way.
Crimson Peak should not be confused with a horror film for me. It is a Gothic romance. Now, Gothic romance is a very time-honored tradition that skates really close to horror. It can have ghosts, it can have crumbling castles, it can have the trappings of a horror film, but it's ultimately a journey through the story of a love affair. Virginal central character transiting through a world of darkness, discovering a secret, a treasure, or a dark past, and emerging on the other side transformed.
This is your home now.
EP's movie coverage is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Splatoon for the Wii U.